Zero Yeti here with another update of my aquariums. As you can see, I have some major updates to 34 gallon, such as that athenia coral, big colony. I know the last update said this would be the last update was going to be the last update of 34 gallon, but things aren't going so quite as well with my new build. Speaking of which, the 40 gallon breeder, 20 gallon sump combo. I've been having a lot of difficulties with the 40 gallon breeder. A bunch of the bulkheads are broken on it, and so I kind of had to, you can see I made my own bulkhead. Here's the standard one over here, then here's the one that I managed to make with some piping. I managed to finally get the bulkhead to seal and everything, so everything's sealed away. So my first mistake was I cracked the bulkhead when I was moving it. I made a couple more mistakes. The second mistake was, see, it has really fine white sand, and this tank's a little cloudy. And it seems like I just added the sand. Well, in reality, I added the sand 4 days ago. And nothing short of vacuuming out some of the tank and putting this filter in there, filter pad. You see how white that is? It has all the fine sand particles. They got into everything and made, you can see, everything in there is white. All really fine sand, and it's been a nightmare. It's the last time I get this fine of sand ever, because it just gets in the water column and then goes everywhere. No matter what you try and do to get out, it gets into every single thing. But this tank has now been in the house for a week. It's been set up for 4 days. Added the sand, got some eventually dry rock, and then a couple pieces of live rock from the 34 gallon. And see the turtles are doing alright. They're chasing each other right now. Don't know why, but they like messing with each other. This one always eats way more food than this one does, and that's because it's a little thief. There's also a flying fox in here, hiding in there. Maybe you can see it. Anyway, coral's doing alright. You can see the red starfish, sea star down there, and some of the shrimp. And these guys are doing pretty good. I mean, I think I've managed to save these heads in here. My foxface is stressing out. I managed to save these heads in here from the Frogspawn coral. So hopefully I'll have some frags or Frogspawn I can start growing in this thing. You may be wondering my plans for escaping this, and I do intend to use every pound of live rock from this setup. And I will be moving some things around. There's a scooter blenny chilling. We'll be moving quite a few things around. I do plan on keeping that as sort of my frag section. It's about midway through the water, so my frags should do alright in there. As well as some caves of live rock for some fish to hide behind. I think I might actually swap towers. This tower here, I might put over here. Because I actually measured it, so the towers are not too tall to go in here. The athenia might. The towers themselves are not. So I might have to move the athenia coral, which might piss it off quite a bit. See, that's a big colony, and it will just end with the deal. when I bought the tank itself. One of my, you can see it back there, pulsing xenia corals fell off the rock up there and decided to split for it. And the leathers are growing pretty well. So are the kidney trees. The zoa garden isn't doing too well, and I think it's because all the time crabs, starfish are crawling over it. And so what I'll probably do is I'll probably put the zoa garden by one of those towers, or maybe even there. I want to kind of keep as much sand bed open as possible. And to get the really fine sand bed for the starfish. I have a couple sand sifters still going. But I think I'll take this misc tower here sort of build. I think I'm going to put it in this side back here. And aquascape it here. I want to do the two towers and sort of the thing in the middle. The tower is sort of towards the front, and that's about as far back as I can get it. And then the sump, I plan on just doing a refugium in this tank, in this section. I need to, first things first, scoop out all the sand, like brush off all the sand. And then I plan on doing a refugium down there, maybe installing an auto top off somewhere in there. But yeah, this is this update going on. Have a good day. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did lose one of the cardinalfish. It lost its mate. The mate jumped out of the tank when it had the lid on it, and I didn't find out until it was down the floor. Another update, I found it dead on the floor. Another update is apparently I have a pistol shrimp in this tank. I bought some live rock off a guy who had pistol shrimps in his tank, and I put the live rock in it thinking a while ago. I noticed some hitchhiking snails, like some cerith snails, and a couple blue-leg hermits had hitchhiked on it. But the other night I was actually sleeping in there, sleeping on my bed, and I heard the telltale snapping sound of a pistol shrimp. Now just once, but probably a dozen times throughout the night. So, somewhere amongst all of this live rock crevices, there is a very not too happy pistol shrimp. Oh yeah, and another thing I really wanted to update you guys on was the lighting system. As you can see, I have it hanging from this chain down here to suspend it, and then we have the nice LED lights, like you can see, the nice LED lights. You're actually going to see the reflection right there. And so the LED lights are really nice because I can program it. One second. Got the cool blues going. And just turn it on to brights, medium setting, the cool blues, then I can turn it on and off at will. There we go. I think I have plenty of flow going in this tank. I have the overhead right here. It's a 2-point overhead. You might not be able to see it because of the cloudiness. And then of course I have the power heads, one in the back, one in the front, cycle the water through. This doesn't disturb it too much because it angles through that little area right there.